Welcome back to War Thunder and welcome aboard the French F8F-1B Bearcat. This plane is completely stock with the exception of the belts, and I use the universal belts. And in this battle I want to show you something outstanding in War Thunder, and this is when all the people have some sort of spirit set, some kind of fair fighting. Now, the first thing is not really that fair, I guess, to engage a Do 335 at altitude, because the Bearcat, even though its stock, is superior to any German plane in my opinion. Now, it's just my opinion. I'm known for my kind of anti-German plane opinion, but it's just that they do not really handle that well. And this is something that I wanted to talk about. Well, let me just interrupt you for this. I thought it's a normal Me-262, but the single traces showed me before I even saw the detailed name that it's a narwhal being equipped with the 50mm. We will see a bit more of this guy later on. And then there is this Kika, he goes into the head-on, and again, despite having those shotgun 20mm, I think to myself, I can try it, and in fact I get away with it with the kill, but half my elevator is gone. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. So I've really noticed something when I played the Italian tech tree and spaded the planes, and as well with a lot of the French planes, that they handle like planes that I'm used to, that I rant about, the German ones. It really feels like that Germans do not really profit from their upgrades as they should. This is the short opinion in a nutshell. I think German planes are not benefiting too much from the upgrades compared to other nations' aircraft. So here I hunt down a J7W, and I actually warn my teammate that something is coming in. I mean, I cannot really type in at this moment and you know, focus on the dive, and so we will see how I hunt him down. But yeah, when it comes to controllability, to the instructor and so forth, I really noticed when French and Italian planes are stock, they have this wobbling issue as well, this unprecise flying and some sort of rudder lockup from time to time. And you know, my German planes are all fully upgraded, but they still have this issue even more. So I'm not quite sure what it is. And especially when German planes are stock, they are just so awful. But with the Bearcat, it's a fantastic plane. It is really fast. It is maneuverable, and I just can imagine how powerful it is once it is fully upgraded. I'm wasting here kind of a lot of ammunition. My gun convergence is set to 600 meters. So this battle happened relatively late at night. I wanted to go to bed already, and I thought to myself, well, let's try this one out. And yeah, I wasted here a lot of ammunition, and with my last few remaining shells I take down the J7W1. So those were 3 nice kills. Nothing to write about, and you can see the match is not even full. And now I'm on the other side of the map at relatively low altitude. My engine is about to overheat, and I want to go back to the airfield to, well, reset the timer on the engine, like you do with every plane. But more importantly, I need to get ammunition. And you could hear it, my gun's actually overheated as well. So the one gun that is overheated, I guess, has the remaining shells. And as you can see, in just a few kilometers in front of me, there is a point, a bombing point or something like this, and there are some AAAs. Normally they just shoot around you for some nice firework. You wouldn't bother to actually look at them, but in this case, well, I should have flown around it. And now I actually, well, reduce the throttle, or and in this moment I get the hit into the engine. What to do now? Well, don't panic. just go back to auto engine control if you're using Mac, because now it doesn't matter if the engine overheats, it's unrecoverable. You just have a very limited amount of time, and use it for a shallow climb where you still can keep some sort of speed to close the distance to the airfield. But experience has shown me that a lot of planes have excellent gliding capabilities, and yeah, AAA hits me some more. Really annoying, really annoying. To get shot down by AAA is the greatest pleasure in all of War Thunder, right after encountering a full team of IS-6s in your Panther. So yeah, I climb to get some altitude, but I still want to keep some speed to close the distance as fast as possible. And look at this AAA. I mean, those are some AAA trucks, I guess. Yeah, not the greatest enjoyment. Now, I don't want to die. I want to win this match like I usually want to do. But if I would crash here, it wouldn't be the greatest deal breaker, I guess. And so you can see the plane is still climbing fairly well. And now I just observe the surrounding. The B-29 is like 20 kilometers away. Or 26 kilometers away. A quick look at the minimap showed me that he is relatively close to the airfield, so that means I have a fairly long distance to cover. And if you look at the speed, the IAS indicated airspeed, it's beginning to twitch around. That is a sign that the engine is really having trouble to keep up the horsepower, and it just shows that it's in the dying state. And oh boy, there is a Focke-Wulf. Now, usually I wouldn't worry about a Focke-Wulf 190 in a Bearcat, but my engine is damaged, about to die, so he has easy. He would have easy work with me if he really would go for me, and if he'd seen my trouble with the smoke. I don't think that I can go back to the airfield fast enough, and so I write it in chat, leave me alone, let me repair. It was just, you know, like this, I'm annoyed with you, just go away, okay? I didn't actually expect him to go away, so I go into the dive a little bit earlier than I actually would have liked to do for getting back to the airfield, but I really want to try. And he's closing the distance, and you know, it's faster than I could go into cover of the airfield guns, and wow, I didn't expect this response. I'm really blown away. Roger that. So I pop my smoke and I say, really? And he's really in the spirit. And there is also the Me-262 coming out of the sun, or nearly out of the sun. Didn't spot him previously. And they actually escort me back to the airfield. Wow. So hats off to you guys. That really made my day for a last battle in War Thunder. Even if I would crash now, it wouldn't matter. I'm just blown away by the response, and that they gave me this kind of escort. Well, just really encouraged me to keep on. I actually must not crash land here, because that would mean that I just would crash and the other guy wouldn't have the chance to kill me later on. Now, my team colleague in the F8F-1 that was evading the J7W, well, he fed himself to the G8N1, which is an absolute monstrosity of a bomber. And here the airfield goes up and I actually lose my landing gear. Can I repair? Yes, I can. Yes, I can repair. So I was really blown away by the fact that those two guys let me actually land and repair, and that I actually made it back to the airfield. I mean, my engine literally died in the last seconds, and I was landing on the edge of the airfield. Let's see if this B-29 can do it as well. Well, he had a bumpy ride. Yeah, the runways in War Thunder are not really strategic bomber friendly. And you know, don't blame him, because it's actually not that easy to land such a huge plane like the B-29. Even me, being a relatively experienced bomber pilot, and I love my huge bombers, although not showing it that much on YouTube and actually not flying them as of late, there is not much to research, to be honest. You know, I have my experiences with B-29s, G8N1s, TU4s even. Shame on me. And yeah, so he actually managed to turn around. So hats off to you, sir. Let's see if he can go back to the airfield and repair. So here, well, actually somebody activated a blind hunt. That is not that fair, but you know, War Thunder RRB. There are 3 enemies left. One of them is a bomber, a G8N1, and that is a nasty opponent, but I think he cannot really hunt me down. Well, he can try, and you know, I've done it myself, and especially in arcade, it's so hilarious. It's so hilarious when you manage to do this, to get a squadron of G8N1s and just hunt down enemy bombers and enemy fighters. It's hilarious. So to even out the odds, I go back to climb a little bit over my airfield with the intention of really delivering a fight later on. So yeah, I think the overall spirit in this game was so nice and was just something so refreshing that I prefer to show it compared to an ace carry with even 6 or 7 or be it 8 kills. You know, in this plane to get a few kills is not that difficult per battle. But to win a battle, to survive it, and to carry it is a bit more challenging, let's put it that way. And honestly, there was also the option for me to bail out. And when you think about grinding, when you think about spading a vehicle and to save money, that would have been the better option. But I think it would have been unfair for the Focke-Wulf and the Me-262 in the way that, you know, they let me live to go back to the airfield. And I think the initial point was my annoyed comment like, let me live, let me go back to the airfield, let me repair, leave me alone. And so there is the Me-262, and I realized it too late that the blind hunt jumped to the B-29 and the Me-262, which I wanted to intercept, but it was too late, so that was a fault on my behalf. Actually goes into a nice dive and hits the B-29 hard in the wing. I tried to dive after him, and I switched back to auto engine control, and with fully upgraded guns, I'm pretty sure I could have hit him here harder. And I just hit him with a single shell, probably in the wing with the API shell, doing not a lot of damage. Convergence of 600 meters and the B-29 going down are things that are not that preferable. With fully upgraded guns, 600 meters convergence is kind of nice, especially in those high-speed boom and zoom aircraft. So, I cannot compete with the zoom climbing capabilities or even the top speed of an Me-262 if the pilot, well, is kind of semi-competent even. So yeah, I figured out it would be best to transform the speed that I have into altitude. And I would have let him run, but I observe him and I see that he is turning around. I know that he has the 50mm. I saw it in the first head-on. I saw it in the fight against the B-29. So I don't want to fall victim to some long-range sniping, but at close quarters I think I can take my chances. No, I can't. Oh boy, that was some really nice shooting. That shot was, well, you know, it lets me look even more stupid than I am really, but you know, I was not mad. That's the thing. Normally I get really mad if I get killed like that because of my own stupidity or you know, not playing to my full strengths or the enemy having insane luck. But here I just have to say I didn't mind. He deserved the kill. He deserved the win ultimately, and I think this is really worth showing. And for me personally, it's worth more than an ace carry. And you can see I'm even just researching the radiator, but I made even a kind of a nice, well, progress despite the loss. So in comparison to, for example, Tank RB, this is just so much better in my opinion. That's it for me today, so thanks for watching, thanks for listening. I hope you understood the message of this video. Kind of a different video today, and as usual, thanks for watching, thanks for listening. Please give this video a like if you did, subscribe if you want to see more, and let me know in the comment section what you think about. And as usual, we will see each other in the skies of War Thunder.